really don't want to do. You don't want to. At the end of the day, you can't be chasing the waterfalls. The waterfalls are the wrong way to go. You need to be sort of, I don't know, finding rivers and streams that you're used to. That's probably your best bet. Just avoid those waterfalls, man. They are treacherous. But it's just an opinion. You can say what you want. Yeah? No? Fine? Yeah? No? You go for it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel, where we are going to be following the over-the-hill racing conglomerate and for their Manufacturers' Cup Round 6. For those uneducated and don't know their Roman numerals, have to Google just to make sure. Not me. I know them. It's Round 6, V1, 6. V's 5, so you put a 1 on the other side. Okay? I'm not saying I had to Google just to make sure. So we're here for round 6, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's about halfway. I'm sure it's a 12-week round. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we mark the spot. Round 6, Spa-Francorchamps. Yes. I assume they're in the Group 3 cars. I assume it's an endurance race because it's that time of the round. At time of the championship calendar, we seem to be doing, Group 3 Enduro, Group 4 Sprint, Group 3 Enduro, and here we are with a little bit of beautiful goodness here at Spa-Francorchamps. I think it's the 24-hour track, so you're going to be seeing them coming out of the pits in the very unusual places. So, what are we doing then? What are we doing? We've got to give you an influx of information I have to download on you. The endurance race, the tyres available are Racing Hard, Racing Medium, Racing Soft. The top 6 qualify on Racing Hard, the rest qualify on Racing Soft. All race on mandatory Racing Medium and Racing Soft tyres. And, we'll go to the championship table, have a quick read through that, and then we shall know whom was qualifying on those Racing Hard tyres. That one... The one above, because they've updated. Man, they update quick. Although they're racing tonight, so, I am slow. Right then, the championship table stands as follows. Amtrak sitting aloft at the top, ladies and gentlemen, on 90 points, chased by Pigsy on 84 points. Then we have Matteo in third on 62 points. And he's got a hill to climb, hasn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Over 20 points behind the championship leaders. And then we have Buggy in fourth, 61 points, chasing the Matt EO down. Duffman in fifth on 52 points. Then Upper Million in sixth on 42 points. These guys haven't made every round, and I do believe they do drop a round or two at the end of the season. So these guys could still be in with a shout because they have good form looking at the championship table. They've scored good points, the ones they're here. So I think when the points are dropped, it's going to be tight. Then in seventh, we have Kilroy on 41 points. We have Danny LaRusso in eighth on 37 points. Then we have John T in ninth on 36 points, and Flinch, the fellow Ferrari driver, in 10th on 32 points. Only 1 point between those Ferrari drivers. Am I right there? No, 3 points, sorry. Jonty's on 36 and Flinch is on 33, but that's tight. Medium GT is in 11th on 32, as is Roods on 32, and Oban also on 32. So what a lovely little battle we have there for a three-way hot cup of tea, ladies and gents. That's a very hot cup of tea going on between Medium GT, Roods and Oban. Orgasmic Cry in 14th on 21 points, with Gaz in 15th on 16 points, and Filk Off is 16th, still qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, for round 1. Hasn't caught up yet. Noir points, as the Euros would say. So that's everything. You've got the table, you've got the rules. I'm going to have a sip of I've got a real coffee. I went to Tesco. Right, listen to this for a moral dilemma. Sorry, ladies, I am a man, and these are the ways of the man, I suppose, or the logic of man. I went to Tesco's with all good intentions. I needed to buy myself some coffee pots, because I like to destroy I don't think the earth's dying quick enough, so I've gone into buying these little plastic pots that is total wasteful, but the coffee is sublime, so I am sorry for the part of go and argue with China, okay? I'm sure they're doing a lot worse than I am with my coffee pots. It's a small thing in life, ladies and gents. But coffee pots so I can have a hot brew when I do my stream, see? So I had to nip to Tesco to get my the coffee pots, and I was going to get some mad bad energy boost drinks, but all the ones on sale were gone. They do like a 15 pack or something like that, and it's a lot cheaper, but shelves were empty. So I'm slumming it with DR Pepper. My gosh. Can you believe it? Anyway, these are my woes, but I'd gone into Tesco, I'd forgotten the list, okay? I'd forgotten the shopping list. The shopping list was in my pocket. I'm wearing shorts, which is not a usual thing for me, and these shorts don't hold things in as well as like my jeans do. Jeans pockets are perfect for keeping things in, but short pockets seem to gape. They seem to invite people to jump out of your pocket. Come on, this way for escape. Drop your schnizzle all over the car floor. So the list was in the car. I was in Tesco. I got the things that I needed selfishly because I knew exactly what I wanted. It was in my head. I don't know what's on that list. I don't know what's been written on that list. I don't keep inventory. I don't keep inventory at all, so I don't know what's in the list. Sometimes I think, oh, I need that, and I add it to a list of things that I don't read. Other people have added those as well. So Tesco's was heaving, man. It was so bad, and I didn't have £1 for a trolley, so I had to have a hand basket. Everything, it was a mad storm of, I know you don't want to hear this, but this is what's happened to me today, and I need to get it out. It was a mad storm of all these things, so I just grabbed what I needed. I thought, this is how I leveled it with myself. I thought, I'll grab what I need, I can get a bag for life, go out to the car, drop my stuff off, grab the list, pop back in there, and get the rest of the stuff on the list. Easy does it. Right, it was such a nightmare getting my stuff out of that bloody shop that when I got to the car, my brain patterns were, if there's nothing on that list that seems like an emergency, I'm not going bloody back in there. And I read the list, and do you know what? Mushrooms, garlic, and greaseproof of paper is not important enough to go back in there. But, side note, I've got a proper Costa, where this is where we started, wasn't it? So I've got a proper hot brew. Sorry, guys, that was... Oh, thank you. Sorry, ladies. I'm a man, and I just, greaseproof paper. How important can that be? I'll get the bloody list. I've put it back on the fridge. I'll get it and read it to you. You can judge for yourself how important it is. In the chat, we haven't even got to the grid yet. I'm so sorry. Amtrak saying, hey, thingy. Oban saying, hi, thingy, and chat. And Amtrak saying, hi, Oban. Pixie saying, hi, thingy, hi, all. Yes, rant over, ladies and gents. Non-racing related. It got my heart racing. And then I had bloody road rage because someone cut me up on the way home and I just sat right on their bumper because they're a tart. And I wanted to make them feel like little. It's not good, it's not big, it's not clever, but there was so much space behind me, and he squeezed his little MX-5 right in a spot, and the dude should have known better. And my old banger Ford has got so many dents and bruises on it, it's meant to intimidate these posh yobs to stay away from it. Look at that car, that's a man who doesn't give a shit about his car. He's bumped that many a times. I'm going to avoid trying to get into an altercation with him because obviously he doesn't care. No, his shiny maroon Mazda just swanning its way in front of... Oh, man. I'm coming in hot today, ladies and gents, you can tell. Let's get on with this grid. Sorry. Right then. So the top 6 of the championship, I can't even remember the championship table now. Danny LaRusso, ladies and gentlemen, is your pole sitter in the Honda. I suspect he was allowed to use a set of soft tyres, and he absolutely nailed quali. Baby. Brilliant stuff from the Danny LaRusso. Flinch, where's my seat? Let's all, you lot stand, I'm going to sit. But Flinch absolutely has utterly destroyed the doubters, ladies and gentlemen. He has come back like the ugly duckling went into a bush and then shed its feathers and it's come out like a beautiful swan. Ladies and gentlemen, Flinch, number 2 on the grid here at round 6 of the Manufacturers' Cup. Give it up. Give it up. Pay respect where respect is due. Well done, Flinch. Absolutely super on the front row. These two have got the medium tyres on. They are opting to... I'll tell you something now to save us time. Everyone but one are starting on the mediums. One man out there is taking the risk on the softs, but I'll tell you when we get to it. It'll be a surprise. It's suspense. So, yeah, they're all on medium tyres, racing medium tyres to start this race, bar one. I need to calm down, man. I'm excitable. Jonty, ladies and... What? No, that's not Jonty's car. Ooh, what's going on with Jonty's car? Oh, I just had a cargasm. Jonty, what are you doing to me? Look, we've got turning up with special liveries. Who do you think you are? Bloody sodding McLaren with their 3 liveries a season. And I tell you what, the Monaco one, I couldn't tell any bloody difference from the normal one. They failed on that one. It looks no different. But this, Jonty, yeah, boy. So Jonty, he's coming stealth, ladies and gents. He's coming dark. He's shed the white, and he's making a point. He's making a point that this championship is not over. And although he may be far down the championship table, he has still got 6 more rounds to make his impression felt. That's what that livery said. That's the statement. That's the subliminal message behind the livery change, ladies and gentlemen. Jonty, he just made a huge statement. A huge statement. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, up and into 4th spot. And it's my man Oban. I doubted the Renault. I called it out at the beginning of the season. And he has proven me wrong here at the Francorchamps by putting it 4th on the grid. I don't know if that's just the normal livery. It doesn't look like his livery's loaded in. I could try and come out and boost back in again. Because, yeah, I'd imagine there'd be something of O.T.H on that. That looks like a non-loaded in livery. Great. That's because he changed his livery. My PS5's only got so much processing power, and Pigsy decided to change his livery, and it's like, that's it. We can't let 2 liveries in. My gosh. Oban saying, it's not me. No. That's not your car, is it? That's an intruder. Yeah, we'll finish the grid and then we'll load out and load in again and see if we can get that livery loaded in. Then here we go then. Medium in the Nissan. Medium GT. Remember, medium. Who is it? Medium, Oban. There's a group of them. I should have kept the table up. I need to keep abreast of these things. Or abreast of these things. But when I keep abreast of things, I get very distracted by it. So I try just to keep abreast of things, rather than abreast of things, because breasts are brilliant. Anyway, so what was I looking for? Medium. That's it. Medium GT. He's in this battle with Oban, who's just ahead of him now. Rudes is in that, and Orgasmic Cry would like to be in it. So there we go. We've got Medium GT and Oban. That's a hot to trot battle there, ladies and gentlemen, brewing, as they're all joint on those 11 points. Oh, another livery's not loaded in. And it's the Duff Man. That's because no, that's not Duff Man. That's Orgasmic Cry. Sorry, Orgasmic Cry. Wow. Did a bad job, didn't it? Loading in. Yeah, bloody hell. So, hang on. No, it's no use. I've had enough. I'm done. Sit. I'm going home. Taking my ball. Sod you all. See, all the liveries are loaded there. I'll give it 1 load from here, and then I'll come out totally. Ooh. No, that's orange, isn't it? That's orange. I could bloody crush a grape. I think that's still a horrible looking normal livery McShady there. Duffman's in. Look, I'm giving away the grid. So. No bans. Right, okay. Total exit and a re-entry. We're going in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to lube it up first. Obviously, I asked too much. We're gonna circle the entry area. We're gonna massage it first. We don't want her to get too. We're gonna delete some cookies. My God, I always want to do a professional job. Honestly, I come into this thinking this one's going to be the one I can put my name on it and say that was a piece of work. And there's always something that makes me look like a bloody amateur, even if I'm not ranting about bloody Why is it dark in there? It's daylight out there. I thought the day and the night correlated for where you lived. Do you know what? I never... Deep breaths. Deep breaths. This is all good. This is Kaz's little sick joke to us all. A fun little mockery. I've still got a proper Costa though, so damn you all. I've got to get on this quick because I don't want you seeing results. With all this build-up, my gosh, I don't even know where I am up to the grid. The first non-livery car, Oban. Right, let's see. Let's see. My God. Oh, it's giving it all away, but it... Oban, you're a... Oh, hang on. Don't let me start bad-mouthing you just yet. Yee! Oh, yeah. Here we go then. Right then. Let's do a little dance because things worked for a change. And now we're back into the zone. So, right, snip all that out. If I could edit, if I knew how to edit, these videos would be so clean. They'd be so cool. Let's have a quick catch up with this chat because you must be mocking me by now. Racing Ferret saying afternoon Thingy and co. Christopher Brown saying what's up Thingy. That's Sinistor. Duff and Man saying yeah those liveries haven't loaded in. Mine's not mustard. Pigsy saying must be the heat melted the liveries. And Oban saying haha Pigsy. Razorback saying yeah you did a thing. I did it. I did a thing. Didn't see a thing Pigsy. Yeah that's it. Let's just pretend none of that happened. Here we go then. Fourth on the... Don't forget, there's a really strong battle here for the 11th place in the championship battle between Oban and Medium GT, who have qualified very close together on the grid. Again, all starting on the medium tyre. Look, smooth transition. There's Medium GT in his Nissan. He's going to be looking, that's got to be a monster down the straight, surely. Surely that's going to be a weapon. An absolute weapon down the longer straights here at Spa. So, Medium GT could be one to watch. Also starting on those medium tyres. Then we have a normal looking Orgasmic Cry. Look, it just didn't look the same, did it? I knew something was off. I could have lived with the ropey elf Renault, but when it comes to Orgasmic Cry, how could you not get it reloaded? No, I love the green Carlsberg, I've got to say. It was going to get loaded in. I just thought if it was one car, we could just skip through it and get through the... I'm not hanging around on it. Anyway, there we go. Orgasmic Cry, 6th place, medium tyres. He's closing in on that close battle between the Oban and Medium GT. Right then, we see the Gaz, the Wanderer. He returns, ladies and gentlemen, in the Porsche. Oh, look how high that wing is. The wing, ladies and gents, is virtually as high as the car. And oh man, I just love a high wing. You can't get better than a high wing, yeah? Oh man, yes. So Gaz is in the Porsche in 7th place. Oh, the wheels are good on that as well. Look how shiny they are. Oh. Right then, Pigsy on those hard tyres, remember, in the qualifying, has put Sharon somewhere down in 8th place. So, yes, the hard tyres taking its toll on our leaders here, and it's given them a huge job in the race to do. It is a perfect equaliser, I've got to say. It is a nice way of dealing with the pesky fast lot. No one wants to race you. Go and play iRacing. No, I'm jesting. I'm playing, y'all. Then in 9th place, we've got the Duff Man. He would have qualified on the hard tyres also, and has found himself sitting just behind the people he's battling, Pigsy, and just ahead of championship leader Amtrak. Oh, what have you done? What are you doing to me every bloody week? Amtrak turns up with something, and I think they're like odes to real liveried cars, because they always look very recognisable. I recognise the pink pig. I'm sure I've seen that blue and yellow scheme that he had last time, and now, ladies and gentlemen, he's turned up. Even the sun is shining hard on this one. Good job, Amtrak. He's leading the championship and he's winning the livery battle. Okay, too much time on his hands, some people might say. Rudes is in the last place, unfortunately. I don't know what may have happened to him in qualifying, but this, ladies and gentlemen, this brave soul is going to try and fight that traffic on a set of soft tyres. Oh, I just walked into my door. He's going to try and fight the... Yeah, I dance around my dining room like a lunatic. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, Rudes is going to be the man. He's going to be the man that to take the fight to the guys ahead on those soft tyres. What are they going to last? What are we betting? A lap? 2 laps? What do we think? And Amtrak saying Hippie Car, Pink Pig, and the LM 9698 GT1. Last one done by O.T.H. Cassini. Well, there you go. Superb. Look, he's giving us a list, the history of the cars. You should DM me. Slip into my DMs there, Amtrak, and give me a little livery bump for something like that, saying, this week I'll be mainly wearing a 95 to 98 GT1 Porsche livery. Right then, no more further delay, because we had the whole rant at the beginning about Tesco. No one needed that. I did. I needed to get it off my chest. Thank you, people, for being my ear. We're not ready here because we usually get this up before we start. All right, that wasn't good. I'm so sorry, guys. But the race is going to be good. Remember, all that time back, we mentioned that Danny LaRusso was on pole. Yes, he's on pole. Everyone's on mediums. Rudes is on the softs in the Corvette. I've seen in Discord he has displayed regret for his patriotism and picking the Corvette. And I think six races to go. Let him change. Take his points away, though. So you can score points for another manufacturer. The hot brew's gone and we haven't even started. That's how bad this intro's been. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, and we're going to get serious now, ladies and gentlemen. We're serious. Danny LaRusso leading them away ahead of the Flinch. John T in third, making a statement, remember, if you can remember that far back. Danny LaRusso then heads down to Rouge Radion, because we start after La Source on this weird, wacky track. I don't recognise it. Danny Russo then still leads. Flinch going in hard and dry, ladies and gentlemen. Full shaft as John T chases him down. Oban doing wonders in the Renault, the pig, the monster car. I think it handles like a piece of... Ooh, an orgasmic cries having a little look up the inside of the Oban. Remember, there's a tough battle here. Medium GT's fallen behind, but he's coming back again on the inside. The Nissan, meaty, beefy Nissan coming through, and they're side by side heading down the hill, and it's all about the medium GT on the inside there, on the brakes, and he cruises on past. An orgasmic cry now in trouble from the Porsche of the Gaz, having a little look, nothing serious, just, oh no, Oban! Oban, as tyres have let him down. I don't know where he is. He's there, hang on. Oh, calm down, everyone. Let's just, we caught just the very end of it. Sorry, Oban. It's the curb, ladies and gentlemen. That pesky curb always had it in for Oban. It's always, it's known. It's just offline. Now, that's interesting, because I thought it was the curb, but it could have been a big, meaty, beefy Nissan GT that pumped him right off to the side, and I think medium is taking responsibility. He is taking responsibility for a mistimed manoeuvre, should we call it? And medium then waiting for our boy Oban. And they're fighting the same position in the championship, so that carries on. Daniel LaRusso leads from the Flinch holding on strong, and Jonty trying to find a way past his fellow Ferrari driver. And remember, Flinch only 3 points behind Jonty in the championship, and he thinks it's raining. Tell me you play on bumper cam without telling me you play on bumper cam, Flinch. His windscreen wipers are going, ladies and gents. That's why I know he's on bumper cam, because that would be very irritating if you were actually driving in cockpit view. John T then all up and in his business, and Danny LaRusso still leads, but he's not pulling away from them. They're keeping themselves in this business of a win, and it's all about now what tyres are going to last what time. Well, look at Rudes. He's already made his way up into... Orgasmic Cry's gone in with damage. I think they may be carrying full damage. Oban's gone in with damage as well. Medium GT got away with it. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those pesky kids. Medium GT then carries on with the Roods on the soft tyre, giving it big balls behind the Amtrak. Roods giving it bold and brass like the eagle behind Amtrak. He is stalking him. On those soft tyres, they'll be absolutely in the zone now, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely temperature, maximum grip edge to the road, and he's just going, he seems to be going a bit easy at the moment through there, but you know these Group 3 cars, they are twitchy, and the Corvette especially so. So Roods, he knows he's got to look after these tyres. He can't hammer it. And he's, do you know what? I jumped on board thinking he was going to be absolutely slamming. But he seems to have backed off a little bit from the pack. Waiting for his moment, I guess. So Amtrak is giving the Gaz a lot to think about. Why Pigsy up to 5th? Where did he qualify? 8th. So Pigsy making great gains, like he's in the gym. And so has Duffman there. They have rocked up to the back of the Jonty. The Jonty with a 1 second penalty. Oh my God. Whose wife did he sleep with? Unbelievable stuff. Flinch then in second, still chasing LaRusso. Danielson is not hammering it like I thought. When I saw the grid, I thought, oh my God, Danny is going to absolutely slam Big D on the table and say, senor, whatever, goodbye in another language. So Flinch, though, holding on. We found a track that Flinch is absolutely master at. Duffman now up to 3rd. Pigsy, where did Jonty go? Jonty, my friend. Oh, it was a 1 second penalty. He didn't need us to go and look at a replay of a penalty, did he? We will. It's a nice livery, Jonty. That's why we're watching your misery. The Widowmaker, we're going to call this one. She doesn't throw you off the road. She just pegs you hard. So Danny LaRusso then he's still in the lead. Flinch trying to stay with him, and Duffman is coming with like the wolf in the 3 Pig story. He's got a lot of hot air all built up, ready to huff and the puff at the Flinch. Can the Flinch with, oh no, the Widowmaker has absolutely made her move, and Jonty again cannot believe the Ferrari has put him in this position, and he's definitely the love between Ferrari and Jonty are slipping away here. A medium GT who's had his woes already in this race can now see a Ferrari to race. Jonty must be absolutely livid. The Scottish say it so much better. Daniel LaRusso, it's all straightforward for him at the moment, and Duffman is having a sniff and a whiff. He's got the slipstream, he's got the toe, he's in with the shout of the corner, and he does it. Duffman up and into 2nd place, chasing down the LaRusso of Daniel Son. Flinch then in 3rd. He's accepting his fate. He's not coming back at the Duffman. And Duffman has been carrying a lot of speed since the track opened up ahead of him, and he's got rid of those pesky people ahead. Pigsy then next on the list. Lynch. Yeah, Pigsy's next for the lynch of Flinch. We're going to see a mob gathering for a lynching of Flinching. Gaz as well, doing great, as does the other Porsche of Amtrak. The Porsches, very good race pace, isn't it? They don't seem to qualify so well, but it's a very balanced car. People say it's a good all-rounder. It's good in the corners, it's not bad down the straight, so maybe not the fastest of weapons out there, but consistency and clarity is key, as you can see here with Pigsy trying to deal with the Ferrari, and Flinch has made a mistake. Flinch he's not dropped it as such, but some issue has occurred for the Flinch, and he's had to make a radical racing maneuver to try and not go out of this. Oh, it's a beautiful catch, ladies and gents. Now he needs the windscreen wiper to get all the kitty litter off his windscreen. And Gaz is having a whiff and a sniff at that one. And it's an easy move for Gaz around and Flinch. Unbelievable stuff from Flinch. I think it's the windscreen wiper that's knocking his aero package off. That's why he did that. Amtrak next up then on the lynching of Flinch in this race. And oh, a little paintwork traded there. They're trading Pokemon cards. but it's paint. And Amtrak then makes his way through after Flinch he's got to reset, as Lando's engineer says. Come on, reset, Flinch, you can do this. You've got the pace. You were faster than them in qualifying. The Rudes then in 7th. He's using those tyres up quite healthily, but we are on lap 4 of 19, and it's looking good for the Rudes. Now he's going to go and have a go at the Flinch, and this one he's just not going to let this one affect him, because that's soft tyres, brother. That isn't down to mad skills yet. Rudes has got mad skills, but that overtake cost Flinch. I mean, he's going to be feeling a little deflated there from 3rd down to 7th with just the minutest of mistakes. It was nothing. He just went a little wide, had to lift. Did an amazing save and still was punished so heavily. But Flinch, he's just got to remember, he has the pace. He has the pace. He had the pace in qualifying. He knows he's just got to find that time. John T, another one that's feeling dismayed in this race with the Widowmaker. He is honestly under the cosh. Medium GT having a look around. These guys could have had totally different races. It all went wrong at the beginning between Medium and Oban, and Orgasmic Cry picking up more damage. Orgasmic Cry having an absolute nightmare in the McShady. Daniel Russo cannot open a gap, and Duffman, if anything, is closing it with the fastest lap of the race so far at 2:20.6. And Danny in the Honda is going to be feeling rather pressured by the meaty, the beefy McShady, which is making Orgasmic Cry probably feel even worse. Trying to blame the car whilst Duffman is slinging it. Pigsy up to 3rd now, with Gaz in 4th and Amtrak in 5th. Talk about the comeback kids. Amtrak, now Amtrak's state of mind is very interesting, isn't it? Because he's championship leader and he's healthily, he's got points to give away. Let's just put it that way. He could let a couple of points go in the race, and come middle of the championship, he's got a healthy 12 point lead. I can't remember now. But he's definitely got over 10 points lead in the championship. Sitting in 5th place, he's not being attacked from behind. Rudes is on them soft tyres. Rudes has got his way past the Flint. Oh no, he's caught up with the... No, he hasn't. Where's Rudes? Rudes there. Rudes is starting to struggle with the tyre wear, I would say, because it looks like Flinch is coming back at him. So let's have an evaluation of Amtrak. 90 points, no, not 10 points, I'm sorry, 84. So he's 6 points lead in the championship is Amtrak, and the bloke he's fighting is Pigsy, who is there outscoring him and is faster than him. So Amtrak, no, he can't settle for that. He cannot. His championship mindset is that he's got to get past Gaz, and he's got to finish ahead of Pigsy at the very minimum. At the very minimum. We're on lap 5 of 19. There is still a long way to go in this race, and now Amtrak making the moves on the gas. Yes, he has worked it out. He's done the math, ladies and gentlemen. He knows he cannot let Pigsy get too far away in the Psycho Ferrari. Duffman under absolute amazing driving skills at the moment, slinging that McShady, which Orgasmic Cry, who is no slouch himself, has proven that McShady is not the most comfortable car to drive around Spa-Francorchamps, and he is slinging it against the mid-ranged Honda, which will be a lot more settled, like the Porsche. Maybe not as fast, but a lot more settled down, where I think the McShady has a very understeery way about it. Pigsy so far clinging on to the tarmac somehow. It's lap 5 and that Ferrari hasn't tried to kill itself yet, which is an unbelievable feat so far. Ask John T. Amtrak in 4th ahead of the Gaz. Rudes has got a half a second penalty and he's got a queue. Jonty, Jonty's making a move on Flinch. Jonty then trying to come back in this race, and Medium GT is coming with him. Flinch looked like he eased out of that one, didn't want to get too involved in that battle, and Rudes as well drops behind. The Jonty and the Medium are absolutely slinging at the moment and made a 2 jump there, but Rudes hasn't got no grip to fight with anyone, and Flinch, I think he knows his battle at the moment is with the purple Corvette ahead of him, the Trip Machine. So Medium GT ahead of Jonty. I mean, behind Jonty. Jonty's ahead of Medium GT, and they are in their own inner battle here at the moment. Rude stays out. Rude stays out. He fancies another lap on those soft tyres. Lap 6 of 19, but the medium tyres look absolutely healthy as hell. But their fuel is not. The fuel is going to be concerning in this race. So if Rude does come in, he's got a goddamn hope there'll be enough room in that tank for fuel for the rest of this race. He's just picked up another penalty. That helps with fuel saving anyway. And Flinch is going to be set to go by our man again. Oban making that very early pit stop to fix the damage, as did Orgasmic Cry. And Orgasmic Cry looks like he has just decided to drive with what damage that car has got, since he's already made a pit stop. Dude, it's always better just to pit. You're not in the race. You may as well get the car up to scratch and have fun driving it. Daniel LaRusso under pressure from Duffman, and Pigsy has come to spectate, ladies and gentlemen. So Duffman then lining up the Honda defending, as he may do, deciding on what racing line he wishes to take as the lead car, and Duffman nearly loses the McShady. You can see how much the McShady is to drive. It's a handful, ladies and gentlemen, at best of times, and it just doesn't want to go into a corner. You can see how much he's having to turn it around. That isn't that big of a corner, ladies and gents, and he was nearly full lock. So you can see the McShady is a handful to drive with understeer galore, I would say. And now Pigsy he's got a better drive out of that last corner. And Pigsy, this is absolutely mental. Coming into it, the lead of this race, ladies and gentlemen, 3 abreast. Duffman ahead of Pigsy, and Danny LaRusso just trying to stay calm under a hot situation. And Danny LaRusso, perfect entry and exit through the bus stop, and doesn't drop a beat to the Duffman and the Pigsy. Now, hopefully for Daniel's son, he's hoping Pigsy becomes a major issue in Duffman's life for the next 10 or 15 minutes, so he can not be the object of Duffman's affection right now, because Duffman, he's acting like that skunk in the cartoon. Pigsy in 3rd place. Oh man, I wish I had some hot brew left. So Duffman then is the power of the McShady. Look at it go with the slipstream up the inside onto the brakes. Then it's Duffman leads. Does he make the corner? Not quite. Will he get a penalty for that? And it looked like Daniel LaRusso lifted for him, or there would have been contact, and Pigsy slipped one in there. A little finger. A sly little finger just slipped in there between Duffman and Danny LaRusso. So now all change at the front, and Duffman, no penalty. That must have been millimeters away from a penalty. That was so tight. He went so deep into that corner, and Pigsy now making his way through. Pigsy, a little bit of contact there, but Duffman holds on around the outside, and I guess Pigsy didn't commit to the attack, as there was a small bit of contact on entry, and now that's brought Daniel LaRusso back into the equation. Pigsy, though, jittering a little bit under the pressure of the polygons used for this battle. They're going so fast, so close, that even the processing of the computer is struggling to place where they are. Daniel LaRusso is in 3rd place. He slipped back a little bit now from the battle of Duffman and Pigsy, and this is terrible news for Amtrak, who's now got a penalty and somehow ended up behind the Widowmaker. This is crazy stuff. Jonty on an absolute tear, ladies and gentlemen. And Amtrak with a lull, and Duffman with some laughing faces. I think I might have said something, I'm not sure. Maybe it was about the polygons not knowing where they are. So Duffman leads this race ahead of the Pigsy. Pigsy is absolutely hungry for a win, whilst Amtrak is languishing down in 6th place. This is perfect to take over the championship lead. Poised, ladies and gentlemen. But Duffman, don't forget, he's in that battle as well. He's dropped around already, I think. And that is why he's not up there, because every time he is here, he has represented. So Duffman 5th in the championship on 52 points. But yes, He dropped around last round. He didn't score well in the first round, so... But other than that, Duffman has always represented each round, and he's there now in the lead of this one. Pigsy set in chase, and Danny LaRusso maybe taking a break. Maybe he's thought, oh, I've been leading this race too much, let someone else have a go. Gaz is in fourth, Amtrak fifth, Medium GT, what's happened? Jonty, God damn you, and the Widowmaker you riding. Oh, so Jonty, painting it black might have been a bad idea. He seems to have made it worse. It's not fixed the problem. Boom. Sister bit you. Oh, the Widowmaker strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. Jonty, the car is just, it's Christine. That's who that one is. If you know that reference, well done to you. So Jonty having a time of it. He's having fun. He must be. He's overtaking, sliding back, overtaking again. What fun, what more could you want? He has got damage now, though. This could be critical. Oban in ninth place. He's slowly building his race. His race was it was gone on lap one, and he is slowly but surely building on it. Razorback saying, great commentary. Oh, thanks, man. Amtrak saying, I ended up in the kitty litter. You missed it. Oh. And Shadow Rider saying, great driving here. They are great, these guys. They are. They're a mature. They have a 45 age limit because they don't want these hothead kids in the room showing off with their big D's. Duffman at the moment leads from Pigsy, but Pigsy is absolutely slamming. And Danny LaRusso just cannot stay with them. Gaz in fourth, ahead of Medium, who's got a half a pit second penalty. And Amtrak will have his day. Ladies and gentlemen, he's had a gravel trap moment, and look at that, beautiful from the Porsche, just solid on the corners, and he just drives around a Medium GT like he just isn't there, a Medium GT yet to even pay the penalty. But this is where it happens, down them straights, Medium GT get on the full force of the Nissan like the rocket that it is, and Amtrak, he's just eking away. Them corners really help out with the Porsche, and Amtrak now up into fifth, trying to get away from Medium GT. Remember, his battle, ladies and gents, is with Oban, so he's doing very well in his own interpersonal battle in the championship. Amtrak, leader of the championship, though, is way behind schedule. Gaz in fourth. This is looking good. He could sneak a podium here if he plays his cards right. Duffman leads, and he cannot shake off the psychotic Ferrari. And so far, the Ferrari, like Belgium, is being well behaved. I don't want to curse things. I don't want to scare it into a... Oh, look at it. Beautiful turning on the Eau Rouge entry there. Oh, Pigsy, nice moves. Oh, deep breaths, ladies and gents. It's been epic. We've only got 20 minutes in. I know we did a 20-minute intro about Tesco, but... it wasn't even really about Tesco. Tesco was just, oh, Pigsy goes deep, and Duffman has breathing space. He has room to stretch now. Pigsy making a small mistake, going deeper into that corner than he would have liked, and had to scoop her up. Danny LaRusso at the moment pacing himself, ladies and gentlemen, pacing himself. Maybe he's gone strategical. We don't know. Maybe he's thinking, he knows the soft tyres aren't gonna last very long. The lighter the car, the longer they'll last, but it's who's gonna pull the trigger now. We're at lap 9. There's how long did our man Rudes is gone in for the mediums, and he did that on lap 7, I'm guessing. Looks like lap 7. Lap 6, I reckon he went in. End of lap 6, beginning of lap 7. That's what we're going to say. So, yeah, he got 6 laps on those bad boys. So, a lap 13, 12, possibly. We'll see the medium runners coming in. He's missing the grip of those softs, isn't he? He's our Rudes. Keep it up, our kid. You're doing fine. Orgasmic Cry still driving with that damage. He'll be waiting for around lap 13 as well for those soft tyres to be in play. So Duffman at the moment is absolutely slapping around Spa and leaving the Pigsy behind. Danny LaRusso keeping track of the situation, and Gaz there, he was in sight of him as he dropped a bit of time. He's still in sight, but I thought he was closer than that, I must admit. Then in the chat we've got Chunky Ribena lurking while working. Oh yeah, Chunky. Oh, well done, man. That was some hard racing Friday night. I salute you, sir. Jed was absolutely elbows out. You had to deal with a lot of bumps and grinds. I've had less physical contact at a strip club, should we say. And Pigsy saying commentator's kiss of death. Yeah, I apologise, Pigsy. I've got to be careful, I know. It's such a power. I don't even know my own power sometimes. Duffman then leads the way with Pigsy in second place, Danny LaRusso in third, and Gaz in fourth. Amtrak in fifth, the championship leader. He's got to get on with business, and he's just so far behind the Gaz. It looks like fifth might be the best, and that might be a worry for him with medium GT not far behind. Medium GT will be eyeing up that fifth place, and Flinch has the he has the pace. He was second on the grid. It is frustrating. I think Flinch has been, I don't know. I think earlier things in the laps, like he just a couple of good overtakes on him through no fault of his own. He just made a small, slight mistake, going a little wide, had to do a little lift and lost about 2 or 3 positions. And I don't know if that's got into his head, because he just hasn't shown the same pace that he had in qualifying before. And I'm rooting for him, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that he's going to catch himself up a medium and an Amtrak in the process. Then so Danny LaRusso, it's all about a waiting game now. It's going to be in the next 2-3 laps. We're going to see the soft tyres coming out. And Chunky Ribena saying, I'm in the process of hopefully getting my McLaren wheel fixed today. Fingers crossed it works. I can't drive with the other one. Oh, fingers crossed for you, man. I've just got the basic GT one. It's all right. Does me. I use VR. I can't see the wheel. So Duffman leads, Pigsy still in chase. It's all a waiting game. Who's going to go to the tyres first? Oban, have to go. See you later on Goodwood Circuit. Yes, my friend. I want to have a chat about that with someone. Tell someone slip in my DMs. Is there space in the lobby tonight? I may be free for a live broadcast. Not to get anyone excited. It might not happen, but there's a possibility. So Duffman then leads the way with Pigsy in second. Danny LaRusso is in third. Gaz is in the pits. He's pulled the trigger first. Is this too soon? Is this? No. Is it? Yes. It is too soon. It's got to be too soon, because the Corvette is nasty on its tyres. Maybe Gaz fancies 9 laps on soft tyres, or even 8 laps on soft tyres is the way to go. Amtrak up to 4th now. These guys don't fancy it. They've all stayed out on their medium tyres. Gaz, a very brave move from the Scottish high flinger. And John T then having a race, ladies and gentlemen. Having a couple of races in a race. He's had this one's got chapters, this one. When they sing songs about his race at Spa, it's going to have at least 4 verses. It was good, it was bad, it was... and a couple more. So John T at the moment trying to salvage something out of this, but he has got the damage at the front. And Flinch is 25 that last time around, struggling on the tyres. Medium GT looks like he's struggling on the tyres. He's slipping out wide, picking up penalties. It could be time, but I still think it's too early. Really, optimum, they want to come in probably at the end of lap 13. The bare minimum, bare truth, bro, is lap 12. That's my call, that's my judgment, seeing how the Rudes dealt with his. Now Duffman, it might be out of his hands, because he has used a good amount of fuel up, and Pigsy has not. Now then, whatever distance there is between them on the track, it may be negated by the amount of fuel that Pigsy has still got on board. Pigsy could be running even Stevens with the Duffman at this very point in time, because the Duffman's fuel tank is virtually empty. It is on vapors, ladies and gents. He's indicating he is in this lap. He has no choice. Pigsy, now is Pigsy going to follow him for the soft tyre? Oh no, mama, he's continuing on. Brave move. Duffman's going to be going on to the softer tyre. That's going to be a lot faster. His outlap is going to be absolutely crack-a-lacking. Pigsy does not follow him in. Big news. Now, Pigsy, he could have... he's gone for... I don't know what he's gone for. He's gone for track position, possibly. He's going later. He wants fresher softers at the end. Hopefully Duffman's destroyed his tyres by the end of the race. Oh man, and Danny LaRusso, he's low on fuel. Fancies still another lap in it. Amtrak's tyres are absolutely woeful, but he's got the fuel to carry on, and it looks like it seems like staying out on those medium tyres, low tanks, is more optimal than going for the softs. Who did we see go in for the softs earlier? Jonty, he's even got damage and opted not to go in, Duffman. Here we go. Gaz pitted, didn't he? He was about 4th place. And he's about 4th place, I'd say 30 seconds off the Duffman. And he's coming around on them soft tyres with a lap ahead of the Duffman. Duffman coming out of the pits now. He's got to go all around the ridiculous 24-hour exit thing where you're most likely to get a 3-second penalty. And Gaz then just coming. He's not lost that much, has he? No. Panic over. I think the disparity between the tyres is not that great. It's not that great of a big difference. So Oban then at the moment, Knight still on his original tyres ahead of the Rouge, who has made his pit stop and has put the medium tyres on. Orgasmic Cry still carrying that damage, still on his original tyres. Pigsy continues on in the chat. Nifty saying, afternoon thingy, afternoon all. Yes, there will be space in GT1 lobby. 16th driver has left the building. Oh, that's a shame. Is that the one that's still qualifying in round 1? Rudy in the chat saying, damn, missed the beginning, I missed the note. And Rudy saying, hey thingy, happy Sunday, cheers on you, mate. No problemo, my friend. Oh, what, the shopping note? You don't want to know about the shopping note. I would say if you go and watch the beginning of this, skip the first minute, maybe. Skip until you see the camera move. That is the key with my videos. The camera is stationary at the beginning until I go and look at the grid. Now we've got movement. Pigsy and Danny LaRusso both into the pits. Amtrak is there out. He could eat another lap out of that fuel tank, possibly, but why would you want to? And is he going to? No, he's going in. He's going in. Medium GT then. Medium GT's got no choice. He's got to go in. The Flinch is the man. Flinch is the man. Is he going to go in? He's got enough tyre and fuel to continue on. And he is, ladies and gentlemen, be upstanding as Flinch just about takes the lead of the Spa-Francorchamps, exactly where he should be from the off after the qualifying session that he had. And I think Pigsy might just get out. Where is Duffman? That is the big question. And there is Flinch, takes the lead of the race, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Duffman against the Pigsy is what we want to see. Is it a mistake for Pigsy going out that one extra lap? He's moving down the pits. And Duffman coming through the straight towards Eau Rouge. Pigsy just slightly ahead as he exits the pits, and Danny LaRusso as well, but Duffman's in the Rouge. He's coming up through the Rouge, and he retakes that lead as Pigsy makes his way out of the pit lane. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Danny LaRusso as well, and Duffman stays ahead, and it's all about the tyres and what they will do throughout this race. Flinch then is in the lead of the race for now before his pit stop, and everyone else is in. Daniel Russo's pitted. He's put the soft tyres on. Amtrak has pitted, and he comes out in 5th on soft tyres. Medium GT in the pits has come out onto the soft tyre. Jonty currently exiting the pits, as is the Gaz. The Gaz, is he coming twice? He was in 4th. No, Gaz, what did you do? And Oban also coming in to fix what ails him. I don't know what's happened to the Gaz there. It looks like he's parked it as well. Oh my Jesus, that's 50 seconds he's been in the pits, so there's no point going back and looking. Flinch then in the lead of this race. I don't know what happened to the Porsche. It seems to have just parked it into the pits.Maybe he's got an alternator problem, a PUV problem, or whatever it is they say. So Flinch, S-K-I-L-L, no, I'm joking. Finch leads the way. How could you say that? He was in 4th place. He was doing a smashing job. Flinch still trying to clear the bugs off of his window, because here at Spa they are huge. They're like rabbit droppings. Duffman in, which is relatively the lead, and he's got a healthy one on Pigsy. He definitely has pulled out more, but again, It's about tyre wear, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. This is what endurance racing is about. It's about the decision of what tyre, when, and how long. And I don't know if Duffman has added the how long into his equation. Flinch then into the pits, and where will he be coming out? It should be around medium GT. I think he was racing Jonty, but Jonty had a bit of an issue, didn't he? So Flinch, yeah, Amtrak I think is going to be ahead of the Flinch, maybe medium as well. It's going to be around Jonty. Well, he's going to be ahead of Jonty, I would imagine. So Flinch pulls up to his pits, and Amtrak goes on past the finish line. And it looks like Amtrak, I'll say he could only hope for 5th, and it looks 4th is on the cards here. Who did he get by? Oh, Gaz, yeah, Gaz. Of course, Gaz was ahead of him, and it was looking tough to catch him, but Gaz pulling it into the pits, and now that's a gift for Amtrak, up and into 4th place, medium GT in 5th. Flinch still in the pits. He has stopped, so he's gonna be ahead of Jonty, but just about. Rude's in 8th, cracking on with those medium tyres, but now everyone around him is on the soft tyre. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough cookie. He's gonna get himself, well, he's already ahead of the Orgasmic Cry, who's gonna do a bit of repair work. Oban will be looking to get ahead of Orgasmic Cry now. Rude's is going up there. Oban is around there. It's going to be a tough one for Oban to try and catch up the Rudes. Might need the Rudes to make some mistakes, and Gaz has definitely parked the Porsche for the day. Duffman leads healthily, even slinging down fastest laps, ladies and gents, whilst Pigsy in 2nd place, and he has manoeuvrability because Danny LaRusso isn't as hot on his heels. Nifty saying that's him. Oh yeah. And Rudy saying Flinch had a rough go in Atlanta. I was really happy to see him rebound here. He contemplated retirement, and we told him he wasn't allowed. Sack up and stretch on. That's the way. That's the way. So Danny LaRusso. There we go. Flinch is way out ahead of the Jonty. He's on a set of soft tyres, but he's chasing down. Now, again, this might be that fresh tyre scenario that Pigsy's going for. The Ferraris, similar in choice, going for a softer tyre later in the race, a fresher tyre, sorry, later in the race. As you can see, medium GT already cutting into his tyres. Probably, what, 10, 15% used? Amtrak as well, around 10%. Danny LaRusso cutting into his as well. Pigsy. And Duffman, who went onto him a lot earlier than everyone else, out there slinging. But I think he's building up a buffer before the tyres go off. I think he's just slinging absolute. I tell you what, Pigsy's not that far behind, you know. Pigsy at 2:19.5 last time around. Duffman at 2:20.7, over a second behind. Pigsy is absolutely. He's been possessed, ladies and gentlemen. Christine is alive, and it's in his car. Oh my word, Pigsy slinging Ferrari like that thing doesn't fall off corners very easily. What is wrong with him? And Duffman now, what he did to Danny LaRusso at the beginning part of the race is now being done to him. This is a freeway scenario where everyone gets done to them what they do to each other, like that Red Dwarf episode where they're all sat there and it's like if they stab someone, they get stabbed. The punishment zone, judgment zone. It's got a name, something zone. But yeah, this is it, because Duffman was all up and hounding Danny LaRusso at the very beginning of this race, and now Pigsy is doing to Duffman what Duffman did to Danny. It's all about karma here. So Pigsy then closing in the Ferrari. Unbelievable racing we're seeing here. Amtrak, the championship leader, has got no one to race, but I imagine he doesn't want Pigsy for sure to get past Duffman. He needs Pigsy to do his usual Ferrari schizo and throw that thing off at the scenery. But today, not today, sir, says Pigsy. Lap 15 of 19. There is still 4 laps for it to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And it's most likely to happen to a Ferrari if it's going to happen. Medium GT, he's slinging it. He's slinging it, ladies and gents, because he knows he's got a very fast Flinch on a set of soft tyres coming in hot and dry. No lube, he's going full shaft, and he's not scared to use it. Jaunty in 7th, the Widowmaker. As let's see if the Widowmaker makes another showing, ladies and gents. I think we'll be just back to the normal Psycho Girlfriend, because the Widowmaker is just too dangerous to take around racetracks. And so Jaunty then in 7th again. Such an unlucky championship. Got the pace to be leading the championship. Every race we've seen him up there fighting, but the Ferrari, such a handful. And it's just, he will not calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Jaunty will not calm down. It's 50% his fault as well. We can't all blame her. Something gaslights her into it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Jaunty's like, yeah, you can do this corner this fast. And she's probably like, no, I can't, honestly. And he still pushes her into that corner that fast. And she's like, nah, screw you. Let's go and have a look at that barrier over there. Let's do a bit of sightseeing. Hey. So Jaunty with the Widowmaker. Nice livery, bro. Rudes there in 8th place. Started on those soft tyres. I think he was hoping to make more ground up than what he did in the beginning of this race, and that the soft tyres went off so darned quickly. 6 laps just wasn't enough for him to make some adequate moves. And yes, so Rudes, not the race he was looking for, but I tell you what, good points for Rudes. I mean, he's in that championship fight, isn't he? So not at the top, obviously, but I'm not saying obviously. There's still 6 rounds to go, and there's every chance that it could happen, but I'm wondering who he's fighting because of that Oban battle. Oh, he's in that Oban battle. Sorry, yeah, Rudes, Oban and Medium. Oh, Medium scoring good today against Oban and Rudes. They'll both not be pleased about that. Oof. Yeah, so yeah, Rudes outscoring Oban though. He'll pull ahead of him in the championship, but yeah, Medium getting good points in the Nissan around here at Spa, and the sun is dipping. This is going to be an equation we're not sure about. The track's going to go cold and that could help the life of the soft tyres. And Pigsy was hoping, oh, Duffman is really shredding those tyres, ladies and gentlemen. Duffman is getting liberal use from his tyres for sure. My gosh. 3 laps to go. Because they've only just started 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 3 laps because we're at the beginning of 17. Pigsy, good tyres, good posture. And at the moment, the Ferrari that's behaving rather well. Then we have Danny LaRusso, who was in that championship, in that lead in the beginning, but just couldn't keep the pace of Duffman and Pigsy, it would seem. And 3rd place, though, is pretty darn good for his championship hopes. He's missed a couple of rounds, so good scores until the drop rounds come in will place him very nicely in this championship. Amtrak in 4th, driving like a champion, some would say. He's the championship leader, and he's driving very sensibly. He hasn't slung that Porsche anywhere it shouldn't be done. He has driven remarkably well, consistent, and he's gained a couple of places. I mean, he gained a lot of places from having to do some early fights, obviously. But as soon as he settled into 5th, he knew there was nothing more there, and it'd just be a fool's folly to try and chase it, because you'd end up throwing the Porsche off. And he just thought, let's just see how this race develops. And at the moment, 4th place is not bad. Gained a place from the other Porsche driver of Gazman that went into the pits and never came out again. Alternator problem, I'm sure of it. Medium GT there in 5th place. He's carrying a penalty now. Flinch is on the hunt, and I tell you what, 3 laps to go, and Flinch, it's not out of the realm of reality that the Flinch man could catch up with the Nissan, especially with that half a second penalty, and the Nissan's tyres looking absolutely abused. So Flinch there, he's looking still to gain a spot in this race. And Jaunty in 7th, he's still got good tyres, you know, and if it does go all wrong for Medium, which God let's hope it does not, then Jaunty might pick up a place. Rude's in 8th. His tyres, his mediums are pretty much used, and he's just going to be trying to bring this one home. He's luckily quite a way ahead of Oban, who had those earlier issues with medium GT. But Medium GT did slow and wait for him. I think we saw Oban with further damage on his car. Orgasmic Cry, we saw damage on his car for a long time. And Gaz has come out to rejoin. They fixed it, whatever it was. I think his headlights weren't working. They had to rewire that Porsche. German technology, eh? Duffman is under pressure. The tyres are absolutely woeful. And Pigsy is reigning supreme. Although his tyres... Oh, no! Duffman, a reprieve. A reprieve. Because Pigsy has picked up a half-a-second penalty for some naughty shenanigans. And now Duffman can be relieved for just half a second. But sometimes half a second's all it takes for the relief to happen. Pigsy having a look. Pigsy not messing about. He wants to pay the penalty in front of Duffman. And Duffman then trying to make that wounded McShady, the understeering beast, with no tyres virtually. Whoa! And I said it's going to be tough at the end of this race with those tyres. And Pigsy makes it look rather easy with a little bit more grip. And ahead he goes, but he's going a little wide here. Oh, it was a weird angle, and I thought Duffman maybe caught the rear quarter, but no. And Pigsy then up, but he's got that penalty to pay, so Duffman's just got to stay with him. But Duffman's tyres are absolutely burnt. And Danny's got some fresh rubber. Danny's on his way, Duffman. It might get a little sticky. Might get a little icky for that final podium battle. Duffman looking like he had a podium win, and now the worst news is to Amtrak that Pigsy is leading this race. Amtrak could not be more devastated by this news. And Pigsy, Cytotic Sheila has come back before he pays the penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, the rear derriere goes around. The barrier is met by both ends. She got him on both ends, ladies and gentlemen. It was always destined to happen at some point in this race. We knew that Sharon was gonna pay a visit. Life is not that good, Pigsy. Did you start feeling good about yourself? Life doesn't like that. Brings you back down to earth a little bit. So Pigsy then, heartbreak for the Pigsy, man alive. He's got that damage. There's a lap and a half left. Even 1 lap left. Duffman, not the way he wanted to take the lead, but he'll take what's given. He'll take what is given to the Duffman, and that was a given, ladies and gentlemen. Duffman at the moment, no tyres. Danny LaRusso has an opportunity as Duffman is crawling, I tell you, crawling around the track with no grip, and Danny LaRusso has some grip. Pigsy tries to maintain what distance he got from the championship leader. Amtrak, what can you do in a lap, my friend? Pigsy is ailing. The championship battle continues. You guys write this stuff. You can't put this drama down on paper. Vodka Rob saying, good afternoon, sir. Sorry I'm so late. I've been watching the Nord 24 Hour. Was it good? Pigsy saying, no, push too hard, all on me. So Duffman has been caught up by the LaRusso. This ending is nail-biting. Pigsy just wanting to... He's only 1 point now. He was scoring so many points ahead of the championship leader, Amtrak. I don't even think Amtrak's bothered about chasing him. He's like, you can have that point, son. 6 points? Yeah, go on. So Duffman is just holding on to the lead now as we get very dark here at Spa, and Danny LaRusso up alongside, but Duffman's got the inside line. Duffman doing all he can to try and keep this win alive as Danny LaRusso, the pole sitter, the earlier leader of the race, takes the lead, some less than 1 minute away from the checkered flag. Danny LaRusso, perfect strategy, held the fuel and the tyres just late enough to make the softs work up until the end as Duffman wonders where his grip has gone. OMGs. Pigsy slinging it at the scenery from the lead. Amtrak championship leader, the points are not that bad. Medium GT looks like 5th place is wrapped up, but Flinch is hunting him down hard, ladies and gentlemen. John T in 7th in the Widowmaker, and Rude in 8th. Oban in 9th. Orgasmic Cry in 10th and 11th for the Gaz. Wow. Rinse me. I am done. Daniel Russo takes the win. Duffman comes home in second place. Drama, drama, drama. And Pigsy somehow holds on to that podium in third as Amtrak maintains the championship lead. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. In fourth. Medium GT comes around in fifth place, and he's got flinch. He's got a lot of flinch, but he's into the final corner, but he's gone wide. No! Flinch, you legend! Flinch, I am so sorry, Medium, but your tyres are shot, and Flinch has just spanked it into fifth. Medium GT home in sixth. Jonty in the Widowmaker has had an adventure and a half in this race, and somehow still comes home midway in seventh place. That is pure pace versus unluckiness, ladies and gentlemen. And Jonty then bringing it in seventh place. Great drive. It's a great drive in the Widowmaker, man. Wow. Brave move on the livery. So Jonty brings it in seventh spot. Not the race he was looking for, I am sure. Rudes then in eighth. I mean, Rudes, it's not too bad. Started last. He's moved up a few positions. So you take that as they come. He gained from qualifying to race. So it's a win in the Corvette's book. Oban had a medium GT earlier issue, and then something else caused him damage. So he's done the best he can in ninth for Oban. And more importantly, he's gained on Orgasmic Cry, but lost on Roots. So that's the championship pitfalls, I suppose. And Orgasmic Cry in 10th. He's also had a bit of an adventure, and Gaz had a little lunch break in the middle of the race in 11th. Wow. Wowzers, ladies and gents, are you okay out there? Are you okay? Because that we went through the rinser there, didn't we? Man alive, we went through every emotion. Oh, let's just take a second, hey? So, in the chat then, ladies and gents, Duffman saying, what a race. Indeed, Duffman, it was a race. Vodka Rob saying, thrilling end to this. I should have come here instead. Yay, bless you. Edward saying, great race and commentary as always. Oh, thank you, sir. Pigsy saying, great win, Danny, well deserved. Edward saying, that was awesome. Razorback saying, fantastic racing, guys. Amtrak saying, great race by the top three. Awesome, close racing. Vodka Rob saying, Jimmy Broadbent, I think, has got P2 in class, but it's not quite finished yet. Okie dokie. And Pigsy saying, thanks, Thingy. Top job as always. No, my pleasure. Man alive, you keep putting out races like that. It's always a pleasure. When there's a lot to talk about, my job is so much easier. And that had a lot to talk about. Still has a lot to talk about, but I know I've got to wrap up because I did so much whinging at the beginning of the stream. So Danny LaRusso takes the win, ladies and gents, puts himself into contention now in the winner's circle. Things are getting hot in the League One Manufacturers Cup for the Over the Hill Racing League. My good golly gosh. Duffman had to pit. The fuel, it pushed him into the pits. He couldn't do any more. He had to make that pit stop. He didn't really get any choice in that one, but it was always going to be that them soft tyres were going to be risque. I think he was hoping as the night fell that the temperatures would drop dramatically and it would save him a lap or two, but no such luck for the Duffman. Unfortunately, the tyres got killed. Pigsy. I don't even want to do a summary for Pigsy. It was there and then it wasn't. And he said he takes full responsibility. He pushed too hard. He asked for too much from poor little Sharon. Amtrak in fourth, looking after the championship. Nothing serious. Just keeping those points rolling in, ladies and gentlemen. Wins are for the whippersnappers. Championships are for the old dogs. So Amtrak knows what he's doing. Flinch, great race in the end. Flinch, oh my God, second on the grid. Had so many dramas, ups and downs and arounds and abouts. And in the end, got his strategy just right with those tyres and absolutely slammed Big D on the table. And Medium GT just had to chew it up. Medium GT, unfortunate tyres again. I think fuel was his problem, and these big saloon cars, they just are thirsty. John T in his Ferrari, well, the Widowmaker lived up to her reputation for sure. And John T, I think the less said, the better. But I still think he did an amazing race. I think coming through the pack the way he did was beautiful to watch. And as though the results are 7th, man. You had an absolute dismal moments in this race. I'd take 7th on top of all the issues that came with the Widowmaker. So well done, John T. You probably don't feel that way, but it was definitely a great race. Roots gaining positions, keeping it low key, low fi, and getting the points that he needs. And it's you got to salute him. Perfect run. Look, fuel, tyres, everything was managed perfectly. Oban in 9th, earlier issues, so we had to turn a race around from a bad position, and he did that in the Renault. Unfortunately, I know he qualified 4th, but I mean, he had a moment with another car, had an off, and then somehow got some damage and had to pit. So, you know, he rescued what he could out of the Renault. Orgasmic Cry in 10th, having a similar story to Oban, damage issues and such what. And the Gaz, like I said, he had a T-brake. He felt that it was a moment for a fudge. It was a finger of a fudge moment, or a Twix moment, in the pits. So on lap 13, he had a cup of tea and a Twix. But it's Danny LaRusso today. Got pole. Didn't get fastest lap, unfortunately. That was Pigsy. But pole and the win. Not bad. Not bad day's work for Danny LaRusso. So that was beautiful, people. That was Manufacturers' Cup. Round 6 of the Over the Hill Racing League. There, it is fantastic. So let's see where I am with the chats. Duffman saying peace and love. Peace and love. Well done. Cheers, bro. Says Vodka. Amtrak saying Goodwood should be entertaining. Nifty saying thank you, Thingy. Great show again. Murray Walker, the legend lives on. Yeah. Oh, if only I was as good as him and made less mistakes. All right then, guys. Thank you very much. Kind words. Really kind words. Bless you. Bless you on this lovely Sunday in this heat wave we're having. That was crazy. I want to have a cold bath after that. Wowzers. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.